Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's Monster Monday episode of the Technicolor Mike B Show. Yes, we are live on YouTube, and this is the Technicolor Mike B Show's 200th episode. So, how is it going, everyone? It is Monster Monday, and we are live here on YouTube. So yeah, we did a monster design. I figured it had been a few weeks since I'd done a nice monster design. So this was today's monsterific design sketch. Crazy looking monster with lots of color spots. Originally I drew it out as a green monster, but for some reason I thought, hey, why don't I try to do it in white, lighter colors, and then just put a splattering of rainbow colors. I don't know if this is like a punk rock zombie or what it's supposed to be, but yeah, I just wanted to have fun with today's design. So, I've mentioned it a few times that I am working on a book. Yeah, this last year I sort of got derailed. My creativity has gone into other outlets besides writing the book. I put some time in it from occasionally, not quite as much now as I was at the beginning. I have more to-do items for research than anything. But one of the main concepts of the book is that a lot of events happen during camping trips. And what do you know about camping trips other than the fact that they almost always include some time by the campfire with maybe some ghost stories? Yeah, so one of my to-do items is to try to figure out a good set of ghost stories that would be appropriate for teenage boys to share around a campfire. My concept was always that there'd be one of the older scouts who has learned all the stories about all the campsites that they go to, and it would have a site about campers that disappeared at the same campground where they're camping at and were maybe seen as ghosts running through the camp, being chased by wolves or other things like that. And during the course of the events of the book, the two main characters would find out that those ghost stories weren't just simply stories, and they would meet at least one of the missing youth who isn't exactly dead or anything. He's not a ghost, but he was turned into a dog and unable to return to his normal human form. So all of the ghost stories would have some element of truth to them, of campers that went missing, but the ghost story would miss out on a few of the details, and the boys would sort of learn some of the facts as the time goes on. So yeah, I was my to-do list is really figure out what makes a good ghost story. Obviously, I can't tell it in the sense of like I'm at a movie and I'm able to talk someone through the story, but it would be something that would be written out and told through the voice of one of the secondary characters in the book. So what is it about campfires and ghost stories and camping that I think it's sort of synonymous, that you think of campfire stories and ghost stories being one and the same? So some of the research I've done is it's the end of a day. You've been hiking or fishing or boating or whatever you've done all day. You've eaten your meal, you've cleaned up, and it's dark. The sun is set. It's getting a little colder outside. You have a good campfire going, and you're camping. You don't have a TV, you don't have a radio, you don't have other things that you might have inside your house, and it's too early to go to bed. So what do? You sit around the campfire and tell stories. So the campfire is like a magnet that everyone on the campout is attracted to sit around the around the campfire and spend their time in the evening hours together. It is the center of human activity at night, especially on a remote campsite. Now, the campfire experience is different than a household setting. You're not in your house. You're not in your comfort zone. It's not daytime. It's something different, and something maybe that you're not really used to spending a lot of time in the outdoors. So it's people can get a little bit nervous on a campsite. They've never been to this place. They've never gone here. They hear strange noise. The wind is blowing and the trees are rustling, and you hear those sounds of night. It's dark outside. The only source of light is that campfire in front of you. So yeah, it creates the atmosphere where a ghost story is going to really work for you, because people are already a little bit nervous. They're already hearing things, and if you're the good storyteller who's telling these ghost stories, you can use, oh, did you hear that crackling tree? That's and incorporate that into the story that you're telling. So it's taking things that are really happening. If you hear wolves howl in the distance, well, they're howling because of the story. If you hear bats flying or insects swarming or whatever, you incorporate it into the story. The wind is blowing, whatever is going on. There's shadows out behind everyone, away from the fire, that you can't really see. Even the moon's out. It's only casting shadows. The trees are surrounding you. So yeah, it's the great environment to tell something when you're already uncomfortable. That if you tried to tell the same ghost story at noon on a beach, it probably wouldn't work the same, because hey, I can see everything. There's no lurking shadows around us, but like you're in a cave, you're in a cabin with the lights turned down low. And you do like they always do in the cartoons and movies. You have your flashlight and you're shining it up into your face, so it creates again more harsh shadows of your face, and you tell the story. Now, I really don't want to tell you this because I don't want you all to be afraid tonight, but you need to know what happened on this very campsite 28 years ago. And everyone is quiet, and everyone is listening, and everyone is waiting to find out what happened on this campsite so many years ago. So yeah, I think I've drafted out some of the idea of what the ghost story is, and there's going to at least be 3 ghost stories, 2 on just camping trips in the springtime, and the last one is going to be at summer camp, and it's, the last one will be told by one of the camp counselors or the camp director or someone who's been associated at camp, and they're all going to be about teenage campers, 12, 13, 14 years old, who disappeared, never to be seen of again. No one knows where they went, what happened to them. And if you leave your tent after midnight, you might find out why they're missing. So yeah. So this is our monster balloon for today. This was our punk rock zombie look or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. You got stuck in a paintball fight or likes to do a lot of graffiti at night. Yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to do a colorful design for Monster Monday, and a little bit of the book I am working on and the ghost stories I plan to put in it. So until next time, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching.